Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today we are featuring this. This comes from Hasbro. It's the new Marvel Studios Spider-Man Doctor Strange. Alright, so I've reviewed a couple of figures from this line of toys already. I reviewed Mysterio. I've reviewed one or two of the Spider-Man figures. But today we're going to look at Doctor Strange himself. So, if you've seen the trailer for the new upcoming Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, you'll notice that Doctor Strange is a prominent character in the film. So it only makes sense that they'd release a Doctor Strange for the new movie. And this is actually not the first time we've gotten this figure. This figure is a re-release. We got him once a couple of years before. And then he was a part of the Avengers Infinity War budget line of toys. So yeah, this is a budget action figure. This is not to be confused with the much more expensive and premium Marvel Legends figures. Whereas those figures kind of run at $19.99 and up, this figure here is a budget toy, and he's normally priced around $9 or $10. Let's check out this package. It's cool. I like the design. It's kind of weird how his name is really small up here. And I said this before, they're really pushing this mystery web gear gimmick here. I don't think that's necessarily the big selling point if you're a kid on these toys. I think the kids are more concerned about the characters themselves than the weird mystery web gear gimmick. Nice image of Spider-Man here. The figure here looks nothing like the figure here, and thankfully the one here, the paint job looks horrible. Like his face, it's not painted right, like his hair and his beard. This one is this one's a lot better done. And before I forget, let's pull out the first release of this figure. Okay, so this figure was the initial release of the same toy. This came out back in, let's see, there's a copyright date. I can't find a copyright date on this, but, oh yeah, 2017, right? So this figure is already, wow. This figure is already like 4 years old. That's crazy. It's 2021 now, and this came out in 2017. So yeah, this figure is a re-release of this one. I've stated this in many videos before. I absolutely loved this line of Avenger figures. They were the budget toys. They were priced at $9. You could find them like at Targets, at Walmarts, and Meijer stores at the time. And these were great. For the price point, I think you couldn't beat a better value. You got a great action figure. The scale is about maybe like anywhere between 5.5 to 5 3/4 tall. The detailing, the sculpting, it's all top notch. The only thing that kind of, with older collectors would probably scoff at is that these figures aren't super articulated. They have very limited articulation, but what they do have, I think it's all right, especially for the intended audience. These are aimed at kids ages 4 and up. But yeah, I loved this entire line of figures. I have the entire set mint on card hanging on a wall, and they look beautiful grouped together. So it's nice that, we're getting this figure again. And, Hasbro actually took the time out to like refresh the figure a little and give it a better paint job, especially with the head. If you look, the figures are clearly identical, but the paint job on the new figure is really nice, especially on the head. He has the gray temples. His beard, it's a little bit thinner. It's a little bit lighter in color. It looks a little bit more, not necessarily lifelike, but looks closer to the actor Benedict Cumberbatch than this one does. I mean, this one, it's the same mold, but just because of the difference in paint application, this one just looks a whole lot better. Yeah, the sculpting's, they're identical sculpts, but just because of the paint application, this one looks a lot better. And it's nice that they took the time out to refresh that. But still, this is a great figure, and yeah, I like this figure a lot. Okay, so let's open up this guy and get down to business. Alright, so first off, here's the mystery web gear piece that we're getting. It looks like an armored piece, and it's kind of weird because this will not fit on Doctor Strange. This is intended for Spider-Man. And this piece is detailed here. It's the chest armor. So if you have a Spider-Man figure from this line, you can easily snap this on there. I kind of hate these things. I mean, it's cool if you're a little kid, but this almost feels like a weird, like, novelty Halloween toy or something you get like at a dentist's office, like way back in the 70s or 80s, where it's kind of like that weird plastic material, or it's almost like one like those weird gumball machine toys where it's almost like a ring or something stupid like that. It's a very cheap looking plastic. I don't know. The whole web gear thing it's a stupid gimmick. It's like I said, I don't think kids are gonna buy the toy based on the web gear. They just care about the actual character. Okay, so first impressions of the figure. Really impressed. Like I said, this is a budget figure. And, just because it's a budget $9 toy, of course it's not going to hold a candle to like a Marvel Legends figure. Those are premium figures, but in all honesty, you can't scoff at something like this. Look at the amount of detail and sculpting involved in just the cape alone. It's ridiculous. There's so much texture on this cape. And if you wanted to, you could easily take this cape and just put it onto like a Marvel Legends Doctor Strange figure. Yeah, the sculpting there is nice. Near the collar and lapel. Really crisp detailing. And on the back, it looks amazing. For a budget toy, they easily could have just given us a plain bare red cape, and a 4-year-old child wouldn't care. But, this is a very detailed figure. Same could be said with the figure itself. Looking at his outfit, you can see all the nice, really, really high definition textures on his uniform. We have the Eye of Agamotto. It could probably do with additional paint application, but for what it is, they're doing the bare minimum, but it's enough to pull off the look of the character. Like there's 2 different shades of blue going on here. We have a lighter shade of blue for his torso, darker shade of blue for his sleeves. His forearm wraps, it's the same shade of blue as up here and over here. Nice clean sculpting on his belt. Yeah, it's a great figure. Very detailed. The folds are very nice and realistic. In terms of articulation, his head rotates, his arm rotates, his elbows bend, he has elbow swivel. There is no waist articulation. His legs just strictly move up. It feels a little gummy, so I don't want to risk moving it too much. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so that's his leg articulation in a nutshell. It's very basic, but for what it is, it works. Nice detailing on the boots. Yeah, very impressed for a $9 figure. It's great. This is a shorter figure. It comes in at about 6 inches. The Marvel Legends figures are a lot taller. I think those are closer to 7-inch scale figures, or true 6-inch scale. Yeah, but if you stood this side by side with the Marvel Legends figure, you'd see the height difference. And not only the height difference, but there is a size difference. This does feel a little bit smaller. Here's his spell effect. This is really cool. This is something that you easily just, add to your Marvel Legends collection as well. You know, this, if you want to give it to like your Marvel Legends Doctor Strange or Wong figure or whatever. And then you have his cape. Yeah, it's a great figure. I love this guy a lot. It's awesome. Alright, so is this something you need? Well, it depends. If you collect the budget line, yes. You know, if you have a budget line of Avenger figures or Spider-Man figures, I think it's well worth the purchase. If you're content with your Marvel Legends figures, you could probably pass on them, unless you want the additional accessories, like if you want this cape or an extra spell effect. But I do think it's a nice figure all around. It's a great display piece. The sculpting is superb, especially for the price point. Same with the paint application. So yeah, don't sleep on this figure. I think it's worth the money. And if you have little ones who are really into Spider-Man, and with the new movie coming out, you know, if they want a Doctor Strange figure, this more than fits the bill. It's really nice. Okay, so with that being said, let's wrap this video up. Once again, my name is Lou. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your likes, comments, and support. I greatly appreciate it. I love doing these videos. I love sharing my passion for action figures with other like-minded people. So until the next video, take care of yourself, be safe, buy lots of toys, and most of all, be happy. Alright, talk to you soon.